episode 21. I'm here with my bros Brandon. I'm here with my bros Jeremy. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Here we are again, ready to talk some shit. Uh, I think we came off a very good episode last week, episode 20, the Brian Jones episode. Been getting a lot of good feedback about that. Again, I felt real proud to host something of that caliber, and we're gonna try to stay on path, if not fall off this week. How was you guys' weekend?
Man, too short. Went into a work week, man. It's hell of a work week.
Always,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah, same
You?
for me, man. Yeah, same for me. It's been a long week, but you know what's a good thing? It's what's coming up Monday? Isn't that Christopher Columbus holiday coming up? So it's like a long
Nah,
weekend, right?
No, see,
Indigenous
you guys,
Indigenous
Jeremy,
Day.
you get to celebrate that. You guys get that off.
Oh yeah. Y'all don't get it?
No, it's an
Nah,
Italian.
nah.
If we was in school, yeah, we get the day off. Company I
Yeah.
work for is based in Denmark, so they ain't thinking about Christopher Columbus. Like I said, if I was
Yeah.
a full-time student, I'd get that day off. But
Wait, I thought it was an Indigenous Day or something. It's not Columbus Day.
it's still Columbus
Well,
Day,
Oh,
but
okay.
those that choose not to recognize it call it Indigenous Day.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
you know
School me,
what?
school.
That's a good question. I wonder what mine say. Yeah, mine say Columbus. So I guess they don't care. Mine say Columbus.
But he's still asking you to come in on Monday, though.
No, man, come on, man. I'm not going in on Monday. I'm chilling. I got a 3-day weekend, bro.
Man,
It's
enjoy that
over with.
shit. Enjoy that shit. Yeah, so I had a cookout at my dad's house. Brandon came through for a minute, had him drinking the tea. He took your place, Jeremy. He was playing ball with my nephew, throwing him,
Oh, Shay?
had
Yeah.
him running plays.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was sipping on that tea, but boy, I was hoping I want
Throwing
don't
too
turn
hard?
into a Kodak moment.
You should have seen how he was drinking it too. And I'm like, whoa, that's a setup for disaster right there. But he made it home. He called and let me know he made it home. Uh, my dad, he had a ball. He just came off his 82nd birthday. So I don't know, for some reason he's still celebrating his birthday. Like oh, the chicks be like, oh, that's my birthday month. He's still he was happy I was out there to grill,
Yeah.
and the people that did come through, we had a good time until it started to get dark. And man, I was in the bed all day Sunday. I had another event to go to, didn't make it. I was in the bed all day. Party animal Roy, he don't exist no more. Old man Roy. You tell me something going on Saturday and Sunday, I'm like, you better pick one.
That's surprising. Hey, bro, coming for you, that's surprising, man. I thought you was like party central,
Hey,
Roy Island.
it
I
said
don't want to blame it on being old. I want to blame it on the surgery. I still, my tolerances in there. I was faded going home, and like I said, I got in the bed. I took 3 spins in the shower, really, literally, and I got back in the bed, and I was out for the whole day. I didn't wake up till about almost 10:30. I look at my phone. One of my partners like, "Yeah, I couldn't make it yesterday, but I'm out here today." I'm like, "You have fun, cause I'm back in the bed." But no, my tolerance is
hey,
still in there, and I hate making excuses. I just got to push myself, harder to get back where I was. But maybe I'm just turning into an old man. I don't know. But
No, bro,
anyhow,
don't
it's
say that.
the
it
Bears came
sound
off
like
of a nice victory. That was a plus, bigger than bigger margin than I expected. Props to them. Caleb Williams played a pretty decent game. Did you watch the game, Jeremy?
Yeah, I seen the game. I watched the game. Yeah, you
I
Brandon, I know you
saw
watched it. You're a Bears fan, so I know you watched it.
I was
I
front
saw like
row.
right before the first. I saw right before halftime. And then I saw like the last of the fourth quarter. I was in and out.
What y'all think? How he progressing through the season? You think it's a upward curve, or it's like, eh, it's the Bears? Y'all still feel that way?
Well, is he progressing? Yeah, he is. He's putting points on the board finally. So yeah, that's progress. And I know I give them a lot of shit, and I say the Bears are ruined as a quarterbacks, but I wish them well, and I want to see even greater. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars coming up in good old UK. Hey, our buddy in project management is going to go into that game, Jeremy.
Oh, are you going with them? Are you
No,
going? Okay.
it's in London. Shit, I ain't got that money.
Oh, for real?
Shit.
That's in London?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't. That's what's up. I didn't know that. Yeah.
yeah, it's in the UK. That's why the game's at 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Yeah, 8:30. Yeah.
So a friend of
Yeah.
mine, he's having a breakfast in Bears event, and I'm looking at the calendar. I got something to do Saturday night. Like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try. Yeah,
It's- Sound like you need a walker, fella. You can.
man, I need a Walker. I need some Ben Gay. Yes, I want to come out of this. Not not as 20-year-old Roy. That ain't gonna happen. That guy
No.
he's gone. But
Yeah.
no, I think I got some bounce back in me, and I'm gonna definitely let you know if I'm wilding out. Like shit, yeah, I did 3 lines of coke. I got in a fight with 6 motherfuckers, whipped all their asses at once, and then woke up and went to Sunday school. No, no, I'll get there. So what do we got on our topics for today? I guess one of the hot topics is the Hurricane Milton. We've been having more hurricanes than normal season, and this one, where the last one, Helena, nicked Florida, it's going straight through Florida this time. I got a buddy out there. He's been doing random pictures of his home, live video shots on Facebook, and it's getting worse and worse. I got a coworker who has property out there. Definitely going to hit his property because he's right there. His right there in the eye of the storm is going to hit him. So it's just they're talking about 20 inches of rain in under 12 hours. So
Is
I'm sure
that
there's going to
is,
be.
is that Milton? The one that they call it? Is that Milton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I thought the state made like an emergency, like everyone exit. But isn't it like a state of
You
Certain
emergency?
can't you
areas.
can't
Certain
force
Yeah.
areas.
people out. You can say, hey, this is an evacuation area.
Yeah.
But if you refuse, you fending for yourself. They did their due diligence. And it's funny that you mentioned that. We were talking about this, me and Brandon, before you got on, is how they're calling up the National Guard. They already got them, ready to deploy. But FEMA doesn't have any money. All of FEMA's money has been going towards and I hope I'm not, sounding crass, but I don't know any way to describe them. But the migration of the immigrants, the Venezuelans, they've been. I think that's a misappropriate use of funds because I thought FEMA was for disaster relief. How do you find, getting them housing and cars and getting them on welfare disaster relief?
I'm pretty sure there's fine print in that immigration and like it's a fine print that it falls under disaster. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's fine print because they couldn't pull it without it.
And again, this was actually a topic of conversation Saturday at my cookout. We was all over the place. Um, they're passing through Mexico to get here. Mexico doesn't want is only allowing them to pass through, but their ultimate goal is to come here, and we're letting them in like we just have all the space and housing and funding in the world. Where was this funding where our normal homeless, and if you lived in Chicago, you know along Roosevelt Road on the expressway, they had Tent City. It's since been disbanded because it's an eyesore, but they just moved them someplace else. Where was the money to accommodate them then? And all of a sudden, money start pouring out the ears. They get caseworkers, they're getting welfare, financial assistance, they're getting Section 8 housing. Where was that assistance for our established homeless? I
Yeah.
just I just kind of find that ironic or or what's the word I'm looking for? Bullshit, if you ask me. America is a strong nation, and I think we're we're riding the coattails of our past reputation, and in the next couple of years, we're going to be looking for handouts. I think to be a strong nation, a superpower that we are, we need to take care of ourselves first. We give money to countries on the monthly, like they the baby mamas and shit. We just randomly give them money. No, seriously. And when Trump first started running for president, he had a slogan called "Let's make America great again." And that was one of the things that he was talking about. We just giving away aid to these countries for no reason at all. Let's take care of ourselves first. We too busy, sugar daddies, we gonna end up in the poorhouse.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to piggyback off of some of the things you said, the U.S. like I don't know if y'all noticed, there's 159 countries that don't or prohibit the use of the U.S. dollar. So eventually, we will become that country that will be asking for handouts because, I mean, that stuff is crazy. The relations with other countries is like shaky right now. And
Man, they
as
gonna
far
give
as
us
I,
some backwards ass deals because we was boasting and bragging like, yeah, we'll help you out, but we want access to your. Well, China's trying to get access to our steel companies, and I think that would be wrong to give those away. That's the foundation of America right there. We need to hold on to our what industries we do have, and we'll be making deals. You're China like, yeah, we'll help you out. Give us rights to your steel, and it just goes downhill from there. We'll be like that prostitute on Saturday night on the cheapest block. It's 3 o'clock. I ain't made no money. Let me give it away for free. 50% off. Half off.
and well, to
Speaking
talk,
of
go ahead,
no,
Jimmy.
I just want to say, speaking of going to debt, are y'all aware of I believe, I'm not sure, I think it's Saudi Arabia. The state of Illinois, like every parking meter, parking lot. Well, I'm gonna say every, but like 80% of our parking meters and parking lots in Chicago, we don't get paid for that. Like Chicago, Illinois don't get paid
The
for it.
city
I
gave
think
up the rights to those.
get the rights to that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's Saudi Arabia who actually get paid. So every time you go and park and you gotta pay a fine, pay that ticket, it's not coming back to the tax dollars. It's going outside to Saudi Arabia, which hurts us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how these deals been made. I think it's for 70 years. So we still in this contract. It won't be done until when like
Why
I'd be probably dead and gone by that time.
why they make it stricter though? They made it stricter. So like speed limit is more compact in the city of Chicago. Like if you go, I believe it's 6 miles now. If you go over 6 miles, it's like an egregious ticket, like $200-300. Like
Because
it's
we gave up
crazy.
so much for a
You gotta
bum
get it
ass
back somehow.
deal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So basically, it was money up front. Hey, we gonna give you X amount of dollars. We want rights to your parking, your lots, your red lights, and all that stuff. And it was a way to basically get out of debt from. But in the end, we still lose money. Now we probably gave up that shot spotter for some technology that's overseas that we gonna pay dime for donuts or whatever the fuck. We're gonna get dicked out of a deal again just to get out of the debt for the politicians padding their pockets. And
Ain't
not to
that
mention all those lawsuits the city has to pay out for cop abuse that is just running rampant. I literally want to go out and get my ass whipped nowadays. They getting like $70 million, and that's coming out of the budget. They're stealing money. They're stealing money to pay off that, and who knows what they'll give up next? It's probably that
but
shot spotter.
but the shot spotter is weird though. They they did away with it, but they had no real plans to put nothing else in place. And that's the
Which
problem.
made no sense.
Yeah.
I really
And
thought Brandon Johnson, the other Brandon Johnson, had a plan. He said, "We gonna get rid of ShotSpotter." I'm like, he must have some way better technology that he can't announce right now, and we got nothing. And we've seen a lot of murders since then that could have probably been prevented. One death I know for sure that could have been prevented where a shot spotter was in place. The victim wasn't found for like 9 hours later. But had when the shots went off, shot spotter would have alerted them. I can't. I was looking, thinking that there had to be an absolutely great reason why they canceled shot spotter. Like they had some already lined up, and they got nothing.
That's it. And that's why, I mean, it's kind of a bad trend for our city. I've never seen the board of education members, all of them willfully resign and say we don't want to be a part of this. Like I've
You know
never
what?
seen that.
We're opening up a huge can of worms because I just saw Brandon Johnson, the other BJ, give a speech, and he says something about power. He said, "The power doesn't come from I am the power," and I'm like, that's some real ballsy shit to say. And all those people that resigned were appointed by him. I guess he was trying to pull strings on them to fall in line to do something in his light, and they was like, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks. Here, you can have it back. He's
Yeah.
done what it took a full term for. What's her name? I forgot her name.
Lori.
Everybody calls her Beetlejuice.
Just don't say
Lightfoot.
that three
Lightfoot.
times. Lightfoot, yeah, Lori
Lightfoot.
Lightfoot. When she did it,
Yeah.
when she did 2 years or 3 years into her term, he's doing in under 1 year. And again, I was like, hey, maybe, and I don't live in Chicago, great for me, but I was like, hey, maybe there's some change. But at the end of the day, Republican, Democrat, he's still a politician doing political shit.
Well, just to get trying to gear back to the hurricanes, that's a thing that is like it puts an eyesore or a scar on America because we give all this money away to countries, and I'll bring up Maui too because they had all those fires when they could have replaced. They gave billions of dollars away to other countries when $5 billion could have saved everybody's home in Maui. And now you got this situation when people going days without light, food. No, they have no power, and they trees all over the yard, windows busted, everything. And all that's money. They just signed another deal giving away money to other countries.
And that's
And
just saying it lightly, Brandon. Not
yeah,
only that, you got the alligators and the snakes. They got more room to mess around in. And that land is the land that they walk on every day. So they got to watch their six, in case, Wally Gator comes up behind them looking for a meal.
that's true though. That's true though. Because all that water is now covering the
Their
house.
land. That
Yeah.
just more room for them to roam. Yeah, if you got loved ones in the eye of the hurricane, reach out to them. Uh, Probably by the time it's uploaded, it have came and went, but still check on your people. Speaking of which, I gotta send a few text messages out myself after this podcast. But things like that, hurricanes are coming. They're coming into Illinois. It used to be southern Illinois where the hurricanes stopped. Now they're getting as close into the city.
That's one thing I was shocked by because I always knew we're on like the tip of the Hurricane Alley, but like I always thought like the city was the safest part when it came to that. But now it's even starting to hit like outskirts of the city, which is crazy.
So it actually
Getting
came
closer
close
and
to the
closer.
city. It came close to Chicago, like recently. I don't recall
That's
hearing
About
anything about.
about 2 years ago, our friend in Puerto Rico was here in the city, and we had went out for a
Hmm,
beer. We had to shelter in, and this is in Schaumburg.
hmm.
We had to shelter in, and what better place to shelter in if you ain't at home but a bar? But yeah, it swept through. It swept through Schaumburg area.
And that's odd.
Hey, they didn't want to. He
But
didn't want to say it, but they sheltered in a strip club. But
What second better place to be at?
hey, so I
Come
was just thinking
come for the
about
wings,
about
leave with a venereal disease.
now I was thinking about that hurricane in the FEMA stuff. I was thinking like what does the government benefit by giving people who lose their homes in America that money, the tax money? I'm just throwing the question out there. You know what I'm saying? I think, and maybe in their minds, it's been more beneficial to outsource that because they can now make deals, backdoor deals, and you know what I'm saying. Like, but as far as like giving the money to their own, it, like somebody explain to me, like in their aspect, how do
Is
they,
is
how does it work?
it's more beneficial because you gain the trust. You can't go in front of government. You can't go on TV and say you care about the people. All these politicians do it. They say they go in front of TVs and interviews and all that and say, "Hey, I care about the people." You can't say you care about the people if you just trying to turn profit, raising
But
taxes, raising
that's my
and
point.
doing things for inflation to
Yeah.
increase, giving tax cuts to billionaires and instead of the working man. You can't say you care about the people if you just want to see them struggle more and everybody else get what they get, or you get what you get because you're the
Yeah.
politician. That's the beneficial part of it because you ask these people to vote for you. You should have their trust, or you should be able to earn their trust. That's the to me that's beneficial.
You know,
That's
you get these
beneficial
Yeah.
because
people like, senators or whoever, or even the president that make laws that benefits big corporations. So what do? When their term is up, is they put them on the board of directors, whatever. They don't even have to show up for meetings. They got a seat and they got a paycheck. All politicians are doing is securing their retirement. Even if they packers ain't padded enough, they're looking to align themselves with big business. And again, I use this example with George Bush and his father. They were never fond of looking for alternative energy sources because they were so vested in oil. So how would they look? Let's find, let's use solar power or wind power, but then they money and they value in oil deteriorates. At the end of the day, it's all about the almighty dollar.
well, every country has to make money, so that's why taxation or taxes will never decrease because it's the way a country makes money. They got to make money, but at some point, I mean, we pay every there's 130. I believe the numbers are roughly 131 million people that pay into taxes. The working class that actually pays taxes, the the lump sum of taxes, and all those people. If you do the math, if they just paying $200 in taxes, that's a lot of fucking money. But they're not just paying $200 in taxes because that 131 million is paying property taxes, taxes on sales, taxes on cars, taxes. They
Taxes
everybody's
on death.
on death. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. We're paying taxes for everything, and there's a lot of money being exchanged hand. You think it's like something good for you that's coming back towards you. They ain't using that taxpayer dollar to help you in no way. They
I'm not saying
sprinkle a
all
little
the
bit.
money goes there, but some of it, a big penny does go to continue to bankroll our military. That's where some of the money going. And again, and a good chunk is going in their pockets, and they sharing with their buddies. And we're not doing enough to build on our own land. Like you go to Detroit, all those car manufacturing plants. I'm sure they can be repurposed for something else. The structure is already there. But we had Detroit had their run with manufacturing cars, and okay, now most of our American made cars are not all American made. Some are coming halfway built overseas. Ford still has plants. We have plants here in Illinois, but everything's going overseas because manufacturing's cheaper. Like with the ports shut down for maybe a day, and even that one day is considered. There's a loss behind it, and we got to play catch up for that. But imagine the ports being shut down for weeks, for months. Well, if everything we use nowadays is made overseas, then it's stuck on those docks. We need to reinvest in ourselves.
But that ain't the push. That ain't the push. Most of the skilled labor here is decreasing. You don't have the people that know how to operate CNC machines and all this, welding. underwater welding. That's not a good majority of those people. The skilled labor, the carpenters, the electrician, that stuff is kind of died back a little bit. There's not a lot of us out here. That's
It's
why the
funny that you
money. That's
said that. That was on the news a couple of days ago. How I think that they call it the Gen Z. I think it's Generation Z. They're not looking. They don't want to do hand labor jobs. They want to find jobs where they can work from home. Just punching on a computer. Lazy
Yeah,
fucking
but I would too
bastards.
though. If I was in that class in Gen Z, I think the route for me it'd be something like with computers or some AI or it'd be more like that because everybody the whole thing about America, man, America always pushed this narrative of like we probably one of the countries who always push work first, like work before life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about it, the amount of hours we spend per day, per week, per year working compared to like spending on family, bro, is insane compared to any other country, bro. So if I was in that class, I too would probably also want to be more like reserved or working from home. Like it's just I think we in an era where things are changing, man, and it's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen. So
But
we can't
what
do
do
nothing
they
about it.
say what do they say all the time though? Because
About what?
you work about the working class basically. You work all this time. You still got to sleep. Most people anywhere sleep from 6 to 8 hours. That's
Hmm.
16. So you work
Yeah,
8 hours, or some people work 12 hours,
yeah.
but you work majority 8 hours, and you sleep anywhere from 6 to 8. So at the max, that's 16 hours.
Hmm.
You still got 8 hours to do what? Family, workout, all that, right? You got to fit
Don't
that into
don't
your eight
forget about the
hours.
commute.
Yeah, the commute to drive to work. That's possibly an hour mostly, because most people, and I was reading this before. Most people don't work in the actual city that they live in. They got to drive outside that city to go to
Yeah.
work. But That's an hour there. So an hour there and an hour back. That's 18 hours. So you got 6 hours left to do in a day to spend with your wife, kids, and everything. That's terrible. That's
Totally.
terrible.
It is.
But
And you come home
but
tired and you really don't want to do nothing. That's the other thing too.
that
But it's like
and that's
use your 24 hours wisely.
well, what do most people sacrifice in that
Family
instance?
time.
Family.
No, they sacrifice sleep. The self care is sacrifice because you need sleep, right?
Yeah.
You need sleep, so you sleep less to
You
have the
sleep
time.
less. Your diet's probably worse because you're probably living through the fast through or DoorDash because you're too tired to cook when you get home. So
Yeah.
it's a snowball effect. It affects
Mhm.
Yeah.
everything.
What y'all think about a 4 day work week?
I don't think if you put it this way, if you're a business owner, would you be in support of that when you
But
trying
most
to
people are
turn
not
profit?
business owners though. Most people are not business owner.
But most people are working class, so they got to work for a business. That's what I mean. If you're a business owner, would you
Yeah.
be in support of that? No,
Of course not.
because
Of course not.
that affects your bottom line.
Yeah.
That affects your bottom line. Unless now, if they go to 4 day work weeks, right? They gonna want to cut back on salaries, want to cut back on wages. Who does that hurt? The working class, because
But
cost of living, as far as I know, since I've been alive, cost of living ain't never done this. It's always done that.
yeah.
Cost of living has always went up,
Hmm.
How can
always.
they go?
So
But going down on salary how if you're working 10 day 10 day, I mean 10 hours each day. If they're still doing the same amount of hourly in a week, how can they champion going down on pay? Because I think it's Europe or some UK place in UK are actually going to that 4 day
It,
work week,
Italy.
and then testing Italy. Okay,
yeah,
that's what it is. So
but
uh,
what I'm
okay,
saying, where it's presented, it wasn't keeping the 40-hour work week. It was making a 32-hour work week. When I heard about this going down, it was making it a 32-hour work week.
Right.
So you work
yeah,
less in the 4 days,
I
having them
think
longer instead.
they should have like a maybe you want to call it a split shift, so to say, where some people work Monday, Tuesday, half a day Wednesday, and the other, maybe Wednesday is an overlap day where everybody works, and then the rest of the work week is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You still got production
There,
going.
there was a company that we've all been to. I won't say, but and I don't know if you remember, they had lunchrooms and everything. They a $1 billion company. They would come in, work Monday through Thursday, 8 hours, and Friday all from home or optional. And I don't know if y'all remember this company. I'll tell you off camera because I ain't gonna say it on camera. But
Well, I mean, there's nothing derogatory. I'm sure we can say the company name. We're not bashing them. We're praising them actually.
okay, Avid. I don't know if y'all remember when we went to Avid.
You
That
mean
was their
AbbVie?
work week. Avid. I'm sorry, Avid. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Oh, Abbott.
yeah,
No, Abbott and AbbVie are both they're part of each other. So yeah,
yeah.
Abbott and AbbVie.
That
Okay.
that company, that's what they would do, and it's a big company doing it. So there are companies that do this already. They'll have a 4-day work week and optional, at least for salary employees, coming in that Friday or working from home. That's every week. So that is an option there. But just to strictly say 4 days a week you work and 8 hours, whatever it is, I don't know if they'll do that without cutting back on wages. Because
But I
there's a
don't
good
think I don't think it's really up to them though. Like, because I'm thinking like, how was it passed in Italy? I think the people, if they was together as a whole, they can demand that. Like the guys at the port, they say, no, we ain't working no more, man. We need these raises. So what you gonna do? So it's not really up to
we
it's up to the people. You know what I'm saying?
what do we decide here besides who gets in office? Because the people in office, senators, aldermen, mayors, governors, judges, presidents, they decide that. There's never, as far as I know, there's never been one bill that they passed where they was like, let the people vote for
Okay, yeah. I'm not saying I'm
it.
not
No,
saying
we don't
I'm
have to
not
vote.
saying vote.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying
we just
vote.
had
I
a vote
mean
to
like
put them in office.
I don't mean like far as a vote. I mean like the same way. Now I'm not advocating, what I'm saying, boycotting, but I'm just saying like I think the people actually sometimes force decisions, force people's hand, right? So if things get too bad, if they all just decide, they know what, like we want this Italy lifestyle and three-day weekends. We not working no more 5 days. If they actually went together and actually like press for that, I'm pretty sure they can force it. You know,
So
I'm
I
not
used to
sure
I'm,
how
work for
beneficial it'd
I'm,
be,
Northrop
but
Grumman.
yeah.
I used to work for Northrop Grumman, and they had a program called the 980. Is where you work 10-hour days, and every other Friday you got off. And people loved that. But there was also people that didn't like it, so they worked the regular 8 hours a day. So they worked Monday through Friday regardless, because it was convenient to them and their lifestyle. They've been doing it for over 10 years now, and it works. And we don't, you know, and even if you do the 980 and then there's overtime offered, you took it. It was optional if you needed the money. So if we can get programs like that, and I seriously doubt it, especially for food, because we constantly have to produce food or um, let's say beef as an example, or poultry. That's a 24-hour thing to keep up with the demand of all your fast food places and just the regular household. And on top of that, coming in from home, there was a listeria outbreak on chicken where they said 1 million pounds of chicken had to be destroyed because of a possible listeria outbreak. So now they got to burn that chicken, but they got to play catch up. So what do they do? What they've been already been doing, pumping chemicals into the chickens to grow faster just to meet demand. Or on the flip side, now the price of chicken is going to go up for a while because they got to still make their money, and we take the loss unless we want to starve.
Yeah.
well, that's the thing that I'll never understand is how other countries have chickens, cows, and all this, and then they're not their food is not so scarce, but they gotta feel like they gotta inject the food and put all these growth hormones and all this stuff in food, and they just prepare that food normally or without
You
the
know
same
why?
ingredients that we
Because
have.
they ain't ass shit like the atomic burger, where it's 5 pounds of ground beef with all the fixings, and if you eat it in one sitting, we'll put your name on the plaque. And that's wasteful shit right there. Some people think they can do it and they can't, and they don't want to eat it. They don't want to see no more of that burger after it had been a quarter through. It's like too much for them, and they throw it away. I think we waste. When
Yeah,
I went to Australia and I ordered a large, they gave me my cup, and I was like, hold on. I asked for a large, and they're like, this is a large. And it was, let maybe say it was 16 ounces as compared to 32 ounces here. We're wasteful here. We do dumb shit.
yeah.
That's why we got a high obesity rate. You know, have the super duper crazy burger, and people try doing damn well they can't eat it, and they don't put it in the refrigerator for later. They don't want to see no more parts of that burger. They ate so much of that they just throw it away, and it's just wasteful. We're wasteful. We
Also,
waste
also,
food.
Brandon, I think it's also about mass production. I think, for one, I don't think we have enough farms in America as we should. We have the land, but we don't have enough farms. I think most of our food is actually imported. You know, and then second thing, dollar. It's all about the dollar. So you can mass produce things, and you can actually control how much the value of it would be. So it's about we don't actually have the farms, and we want the money. That's all it comes down to.
I always think like, but that's crazy, right? Because in certain countries with natural production of food, they don't have the things we have: the acne, the obesity, the heart disease, the kidney disease. All there are literally countries out here has never had a case of these things, and there was a what was the food? There was a food burger. I think it was a burger where they had like the ingredients. No, it was fries. I'm sorry, it was McDonald's fries. McDonald's fries over in another country had salt and
Potatoes.
uh, salts and potatoes. Yes, that was the
That's
only
it.
ingredient.
That's it.
I was
That was the
like,
only
man, it couldn't be
ingredients.
nothing else.
Yeah.
Salts and potatoes. And over here they have formaldehyde. Uh, and if you don't know what that is, that's like stuff that they use to,
It's a
you know,
preservative.
yeah, yeah, uh,
But the concept that we know it comes from embalming people,
yeah,
we think
yeah,
automatically, yeah, that's what they put in dead people. But yeah, they put it in our food too.
yeah. And that's in
Yeah.
fries, McDonald's fries. Why is that in our food over here and not? They're not using it in other countries. They're just using
Yeah.
straight potatoes and salt.
Bro, I'll give you a better one.
That's crazy.
Look at your ketchup bottle, and see what it says. I was in Canada, I think couple like 2 months ago, and I seen the ingredients for a ketchup bottle, bro. It had one ingredient, just one. Tomato.
Tomatoes.
I'm like, what? I'm like,
uh,
no, man,
we got
y'all
high
lying to me.
fructose corn syrup and all that shit in
Everything.
there. Yes, and
But the whole thing that gets me is like some of this stuff has been tied to diseases, like being more likely to have heart disease, kidney disease, and you still put it in the food, and it's scientific proof out here that other countries are doing it, and they don't have the cases that we have over here.
Think
So
think
people are
also,
living longer.
yeah.
People are living longer, a healthier life versus over here. Like you want to,
Also, Brandon, thinking about another major component of our financial system, pharma. Pharma is a big American company, and the money is not in the cure. The money would be in the
the
keep
money.
coming, like keep them coming back. It's kind of
Here's
like
enough. Take this
street
shot, but come
pharmacists. They the
back to me
same
because
kind
you
of
need
way.
some more.
Yeah. So it's a wicked game out there, bro. I think it's wicked.
So it all ties into the obesity, which produces the diabetes. It leads back to big pharma. You know, diabetes was like, damn. When growing up, you're like, you got diabetes, damn, you gonna die. But now diabetes is so common, like, oh, you got diabetes too? Okay, yeah, me too. That's how it is. It's
that's
scary,
why
man.
I was I'm one person that I work out. I work out, right? I run, I lift weights, all that. I'm in my mind, that's always plagued my mind. I'll be like, why the hell I got high blood pressure? Why the hell I got high blood pressure? It always plagued my mind. Cause I'm like,
It's hereditary now.
Yeah.
that's the crazy thing to me. And I was
It's
like,
part of
damn,
your DNA.
yeah. But it's still crazy to me because I struggle to accept, and sometimes I don't even like taking my medicine. I'm like, I ain't got this bullshit. And that's just for real.
You know
For real.
what?
I'm being
I'm
I'm being
glad you said
super
that.
I'm being
I'm glad
super
you said that.
I'm being super transparent with that. Like I ain't got this bullshit. Y'all lying. But but like I get the headaches. I get the headaches. I know when my blood pressure high because I get the motherfucking headaches and that shit. I be like, damn man, why I got this shit in my mind? I
Something
work out, I do those shit.
that doesn't even take
Yeah.
5 minutes of your time. You don't have to do it with a meal. All you got to do is pop this pill and drink some water, and yet you still. No, I'm glad you said it because sometimes I get like that too. I'm like, that's all I got to do is pop this pill. None of them say take it with the meal, so I can take it with my morning coffee if I want to, or with a glass of juice. And it's just like I have to force myself sometimes. Something that's so easy to do, but Big Pharma loves that because that means I'm this much further away from a cure, so I got to keep coming back for that pill, or I got to increase the dosage now. Because I'm being so damn hard headed.
But that stuff is always get to me because me and my wife, of course, we watched this show, 600 Pound Life. If you ain't familiar with it, look it up. It's the most disturbing shit you ever see. But we watched this show, and I'm like, these people out in this world just eat themselves away. Like they go from 100 pounds to 600 pounds, 800 pounds. Some of them like bedridden. They got to call a fire department every
Come
time they
on,
want to get out the
Brandon.
bed.
Come on, bro. 800,
And
bro.
Yeah,
bro, if
you
I'm
know
lying,
what?
guys, strike me down. Watch
He
the
is not
show.
exaggerating. He is not
Watch the
exaggerating.
show. Watch the show. Some people on this show have to call the fire department just to get out the bed, bro. Just to
You
get
would
out the bed.
think there would be
Hold up.
some point where they say, you know what, I'm
Wait,
getting too
let me.
big. I need to slow down. But
If
you look
if
at they normal breakfast be like a dozen eggs, a package of bacon. That's on the
How
daily.
can you afford that? If you can't move, bro, how are you affording a dozen eggs per day?
hey hey
Most of them look like they're on public
look
assistance. I ain't gonna even
if
lie.
if you get tired, look it up. People do this, right? And it's the most depressing thing to me to watch because it made me even think about my high blood pressure because I'm like, I don't want to be like that at all, ever. Like just to be bedridden, you with 300 pounds, and then like they gotta take medicine. These people got to take medicine. Like they have to take medicine, and that's what made me think of that because I compare it to my situation, and I don't be like, I don't do that shit. But then of course, I take it. I take it because I get the damn headaches, and I still just the scientific what the hell did I eat or what the
You
hell
know,
did I
the thing
consume
about it
that caused
though,
that?
by the time you get those headaches, you have gone into the red. You just don't realize it. Way before you get the headaches. So just imagine when you do get those headaches. I remember when I got diagnosed with blood pressure. He was an old Polish doctor. He said, "Yeah, your blood should be flowing like this, but it's flowing like syrup." And I had to imagine just pouring syrup on my pancakes, which I was loving, and how slow it comes out. And like, damn, that's my blood. And again, you can go days without taking your medicine, and it puts you in the red, but you don't feel it, and then until you start getting those headaches. Just like as a diabetic, sometimes Jeremy, I remember telling you about this, and you still don't believe it. The sugar lust is when my blood sugar gets real high, but at that point I'm craving more sugar. Like
Yeah.
I'm gulping down orange juice. It just it's a sugar lust. It's weird. Hey, your sugar's high. You need more sugar. You're craving more sugar. I'll drink a 16-ounce pop like it was a 8-ounce cup of water. That sugar lust ain't no joke. I guess thank God I ain't had it in a while. I'm keeping that in check. But it ain't no joke.
And that's the stuff that's
As
crazy,
he's
man.
eating those high fattening potato chips. Those chips you eating, Jeremy?
Nah, bro. See, I'm healthy. It's an orange, bro.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
actually, it was a mandarin. You know, well,
See,
I be
that's
healthy,
the
bro.
stuff that I.
I
That's the
thought
stuff
those were
that.
chips.
But it got a lot of sugar though, to be honest though. So I gotta be careful.
Well, it's natural sugar.
Yeah.
It's a good sugar, so to say. Anything man-made or refined like high fructose corn syrup or even regular white syrup is not good for you. And I remember as a kid, I would eat Frosted Flakes and I would put more sugar in there because it just wasn't enough. And by the time I get to the bottom, by the time I get to the bottom,
That's how
all
it
the
started.
cornflakes is gone, all the
That's how it
cornflakes is
started,
gone.
bro.
Damn,
No, but it's
damn.
the truth. I get to the bottom, all the cornflakes is gone. It's like a mountain of sugar down there, and it's just to me, it's the milk and the sugar together is just a drink. It
Hey,
was
Brandon,
terrible.
that's how it started right there. That's
Yep,
it
Hey,
started
he
right
doing
there.
them
this. He doing
goddamn
this.
yep, them damn Saturday morning cartoons and cornflakes.
I never heard somebody say I put sugar in snowflakes.
Yep, and my cornflakes, yeah,
Man,
the frosted flakes. Yep, I added sugar, and it wasn't enough.
Mm.
hey, did y'all know the codes on fruit, uh, grapes, strawberries, all that means something? It basically
Yeah,
tell you
heard
how
about
it
that.
was processed. Yeah, it tells you how it was processed,
Yeah,
which that's crazy. I didn't know that. And of course, like reading this stuff, I'll be like, damn,
just
I've been
like
consuming these.
toothpaste. Believe it or not, there's like
Man,
little color codes on the tail end that tell you what it's made of, what's in it, all that good stuff.
So Brandon, so is the longer numbers better or the short numbers
it's
on the fruit?
it's the beginning of the number that really got to pay attention to because like I
Let me
believe
see.
like if it's 69, that means it was
I'm all for
processed with.
69.
Of course you are. Of course. That's when you got that tattoo.
It doesn't say
uh,
69.
Okay, I see. So nine. So a 5-digit code starting with 9 is organic. 5-digit code starting with 8 is modified, and 4 digit starting with a 3 conventionally grown. So look for that 5-digit 9. Okay,
Look for the
got it.
Yeah.
5-digit nines. What does
See.
conditionally grown mean? They need to explain that one.
I
Conventionally grown. I don't know what that is.
Oh, conventionally.
Conventionally grown. Yeah.
Oh.
think it's like on a farm, right? I would think, right?
This
So
is what
that
we
5-digit
do.
code.
Today,
That
y'all,
5-digit code
we're
starting with
educating.
8. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Edward, the 5-digit code starting with 8 is modified genetically. So yeah, that's tough.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Roy, I was finna say, I was finna say you got a tattoo when you walk in strips that says, come on.
Huh? No, no, I didn't hear that. Say that again.
You got a tattoo that says when you walk in strip clubs that says, come on.
Come on. My credit's good.
Hey,
Matter of
hey, I
fact,
know it's off.
it's a barcode
Go
that's
ahead, go
connected to my bank account.
ahead. Hey, yo, I know it's off subject, but I heard someone mention, man, they said, how do y'all think Diddy coined that phrase, take that?
Take that, take that.
like, like,
Could you
like
imagine
they
now in
when
this
did he
day and
coin that
time?
phrase?
Do you
When
think
did he coin that phrase?
it's something that's being done that's kind of being
Yeah,
a little bit forced on him, and
right.
he's just mocking them like take that, you know?
I did. Oh, I'm really glad you brought up that Diddy situation. Did y'all see Ray J's interview?
Mm-mm.
No,
What'd he say?
Supposedly he's saying like he's a victim of the industry.
He
He's
didn't
he's,
give reasons.
he's huh?
He didn't give reasons. Like, why did he say that? Like, why did he say he a victim?
Parties with Diddy. That's all he. It was kind of vague, but it was like parties with Diddy. He's a victim of the industry. Just want to protect kids from further exposure to this industry and all that stuff. Like, and people were commenting as they were watching the interview, telling Brandy, "Come get your brother," all this stuff. I'm
I
like,
don't believe that Diddy is the cause of all of the
Yeah.
debauchery. I'm sure there was other parties hosted by other people. We're just getting the inside on what a Diddy party was like. Don't everybody go blaming on Diddy. Like I
Yeah.
think it was Cat Williams that said that everybody was silent, but now they want to talk. I said they was just as guilty. Now they basically snitching.
well,
Don't
my thing with
I don't say
this,
you can't blame that all on them.
my thing with it, if they knew Diddy was doing all this stuff, why y'all waiting until now? The victim told and got too high. Like, I'm just, that's my thing.
So I'm still
Like,
trying to figure out like what's the crime? You know what I'm saying? Like
supposedly
having
it's sexual assault involved, drugging people, violating people in certain
Sex
capacity,
trafficking, actually
sex
flying women
trafficking,
out for the
and
purpose of
flying
these
women out.
parties. But you
Yeah.
know what? There's
So
a lot of people. Well, I'm not saying a lot of people, but I've heard about maybe two or three. And one of them was Denzel said he went to a party and they didn't say what he saw, but he just turned and got the fuck out of there. And everybody else had the same ability to leave, but you want to stick around and get nosy. And somebody
it's
said
one
here,
about being nosy. I think they want to participate. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
that
Like
too.
you see things that you like and you want to participate. So for the most
well,
part, I think it's unfortunate that you can just throw that claim out there. Like you say, Ray J just said he was a victim. I'm like, he was grown when he started going to them parties, so he was well aware of the rumors he heard. He just wanted to partake.
This is
Like
the
I don't.
same gentleman that accepts the accolades of having a sex tape out. So it's all bullshit. Not everybody was drugged. They just wanted to be down and did it. And now that Diddy's caught up, they snitching. Everybody want a few minutes on TV to explain what they saw. Not cool.
that's my thing. That's like everybody want to pile on and just be like, yeah, yeah, I was a part. I was there. I saw it. I saw it. But that's my thing. If y'all all saw this stuff, now y'all waiting to this very thing to come out and like, yeah, yeah, I'll be a witness. I'll say this. I'll do that. But y'all knew all this stuff was going on. That's
Yeah,
it. That's my sore spot I take with the whole R. Kelly situation. It's like all them people knew, parents knew. Ain't no way in hell you got a kid that go missing for 3 months, and you
you
know
don't know
she went
where.
with R. Kelly to this location, and you don't know nothing about her whereabouts, her well being, or nothing.
Can't gain access to her.
Okay,
She shot out the window. I'm okay. Go home. But no, back to these Diddy parties. Diddy's not on trial for having parties. Diddy's on trial for the sex trafficking. And I don't think he drugged everybody, but they're accusing him of drugging people.
Yeah.
He's
Have
not on
y'all?
trial for having a party.
Yeah. Have y'all heard of like what the crime is like as far as what they consider trafficking nowadays? So if someone has ever like talked to a girl out of state and then you bought her a flight to come visit you and y'all hang out, y'all start courting, whatever happens, like technically, um, that person can go back home, him or her, go back home and say, well, know what, I don't like that anymore. I don't like what I did, and making a claim against you, and legally that is considered trafficking. That's
I
wild.
just I just want to
that's
say out
crazy.
there, there's
That's
a
crazy.
statute of limitations, so
That's
don't be
wild.
putting that shit.
that's
No, but
that's
no, serious.
no.
No,
There's no
not to make
limitations.
not to
No
make
limitations on that.
no, 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 not to make light of the situation. That's what I was doing. But yeah, they can do that. They can go out there, and and I'm not saying that they're at fault, but 9 times out of 10, when they get flown out, they know what's going down.
It
And
don't
I'm not
matter.
saying that you're obligated to perform, have sex with that person, but you know what they're thinking in the back of their head. So don't why even put yourself in that situation, you know?
If that's the case, then why is the presidential elect not on the case for Stormy Daniels? He flew her out. He flew her out.
I'm
That
pretty.
was some money that
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Like allegedly, I'm just saying. It's my opinion. I'm pretty sure like in that case money is probably handed over to hush money, because that allegation could easily come up and you can't fight it. You just got to go with it,
That's the
right?
reason
Go
he's
to
on
court.
trial. Is
You know what I'm
basically
saying?
embezzlement of funds.
But it's not. I don't think it's through her though. I don't think she's not participating. I think the other side is trying to push that on her. I don't think she's involved in that. They actually just using her as a weapon. But I had a question to ask you, Brandon. But I forgot it. It's gonna come to me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So about the people going to the Diddy party and you said the ones who actually seen these crimes or whatever you want to call them. Do you think majority or some of them should be held accountable? Because not trying to say if depending on a crime, if you see a crime and don't report a crime, you part of the crime. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
like what we doing here? You know,
Absolutely. I think they are a party
So those
because
people
it's
testifying now, they should be brought up on charges just as well. They're snitching on themselves.
that's my
it's
point.
it's like it's like the hero thing, right? You see a crime, but you do nothing to stop it. You just let it go on. You still liable. You still gotta deal with that.
That's in some states, and I know for sure that is, I believe, Maryland. That is it's called a Good Samaritan law. That if you see something and you don't intervene or nothing, that you're liable for it. But to play devil's advocate, and I think we talked about this before, is just like there are scams out there that you're driving along the highway Saturday night, 2:30 in the morning, and some fine looking woman's got her blinkers on. Nine times, there's a chance that it's a setup. She's trying to get you to stop. There's a guy laying in the cut with a pistol, and he's ready to rob you. And, I,
I'm
and
gonna
I've
say something.
stated I will not pull over, but if I see she needs help, I will call. Hey, Illinois State Police. There's somebody. Their car is abandoned. They're trying to flag me down. Can you help them?
I I'm gonna say something about that situation because if you see a woman with high heels on and on the expressway, some
Airway
tight
stop.
pants on, bent over under the hood, she don't even know what she looking at. I can guarantee you. She don't even know what she looking at. And
That's
that's
coming.
some man can't survey a situation when the PETA is involved or the high possibility of getting some cat is involved.
Right.
They
And
can't.
to me,
That's
that's a
sad
Bugs
too.
Bunny setup. That's how he used to set up Yosemite Sam every time. He'd get dressed up in drag, and Yosemite Sam will fall for it every time. Yeah. Or if I see an accident, if I go out to assist and I act something wrong, I can be liable for injury or the death of that person. I'm not a medical doctor. Again, I'll get on the phone and I'll call. And I have done this saying, hey, there was a car accident, two cars involved, mile marker 58 or whatever the fuck. And it was like, are the victims hurt? And I said, no, I don't know. I didn't stop. I'm just calling to let you guys know. I'm not stopping. I'm sorry. And I don't want nobody saying, well, what if that was your mom? Well, my mama's dead, so she wouldn't be waiting on a car blinking lights on. Or what was that, your sister? It doesn't matter who it is. I just ain't falling for that, but I will call Illinois State Police, and I've done it before, like I said, but I'm not stopping. There's too many tricks out here. I'm not
what would
falling for
you
the Bugs Bunny and drag.
what would you do if you at home and you in the middle of the night you see somebody on your security camera or whatever running up towards your house covered in blood and they screaming help 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 knocking on your door? What would you do in that situation? And the question to you
Call
too, Jerry.
call police.
What would y'all do? You just gonna call the police?
Hmm.
You ain't opening
bro,
the door.
bro, that's tough, bro.
If
Like
if it came to
that's
if
tough.
it came to it and I opened the door, I got my pistol loaded and cocked. If I'm open the door, I got the pistol loaded and cocked. What's wrong? Somebody chasing me. Well, stand to the side. I got the pistol, but you're not coming in here.
What would you do, Jerry?
That's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm normally around my nieces, you know what I'm saying, like young babies, and to see that, bro, that's a tough decision, man. I don't even want to answer that question, bro, because I don't know. I think it depends on the day, the time, the scenario, bro. Like I can't give you a definite
You
yes. I
never
can't
know
give you a
what you
no.
really would do
You
until it
know,
happens.
yeah, until it happens, bro. I don't. But let me ask you, Brandon. So I'm sure you know. It's your question. Tell me.
Okay. For me, I'm in the same mindset of Elroy. I'm the if I open the door, I got it on me, and I'm have that boy ready to go because I don't know the situation. I don't know the situation because this I've seen too many bad videos where people pretend to be UPS man, be the pretend to be like they got a car broken down, they run up to your door, I need help and all that, and it's three men with guns walking right in, and
And my first question, I just thought about it. I live in a fucking cul-de-sac. You done passed plenty of houses. Why you stop at mine? I'm pretty much in the back. Why'd you come all the way back here? You could have rang anybody else's doorbell. You ran all the way around 6 or 7 houses on each side. You ran the mines in the back. That don't sound right.
yeah, I'm in that mindset. I'm ready to go because I'm a call help for you. I'm gonna call help for you. But I got it ready to go because I'm not. You ain't getting me. I got things to live for. Mm, that's my mindset with.
That right
I think
now,
I think
it's not real blood. She come in, she puts that blood on you, and then when the police come and say he had me in here, he attacked me. It
uh,
can happen. But again, I live in a cul-de-sac. Why you ran past all those other houses? That'll be the first question I ask. I'll be upstairs out the window. Why you run past all those other houses to run to my house?
hey, Roy said you ain't getting it here. You ain't getting
Everyone nuts, bro.
it. You
Yeah.
ain't getting
And that's how some of them horror movies and started out too.
Yeah.
And they was like, well, why did you pick us? You answered the door. Like, fuck that. Yeah, yeah, I know
it.
I ain't answering the door for no uninvited company. I don't care who it is. You're gonna learn today.
but
You should have called ahead.
I think we discussed some serious subjects, so we can go through a
I
lighter
mean,
one.
it's kind of got kind of comical, but yeah, I'm dead serious. Why did you run past all those other houses to mine? What's so special about this? Everybody else porch light on. Shit.
Damn. Roy, like, don't come here. Don't come here. I don't care if you don't come here. Don't come here. For the serious oh well, a lighter subject. Um, if y'all had to vote for NFL Rookie of the Year, you voting Jalen Daniels, Malik Neighbors, or Caleb Williams? Which one y'all?
I think it's too early to say right now.
Yeah. But if I have to
I
say right
really do.
now, it's definitely not Caleb, bro. He's the worst of the three. You know what I'm saying? I still think he would be
Oh,
better. I'm JD. I'm going JD, bro.
he the worst of the three?
How he
Oh,
playing
you
right now, in
tripping.
my opinion. In
You
my opinion.
tripping.
In my
You
I'm not
tripping.
saying he the worst player. He's doing worse in my opinion than all the other three. Because I think the Bears has to do a lot of making up, man. Get that line situated, get the play calling. I think he's rushed. You know what I'm saying? So right now, you know, the other boy from Washington, man, he balling, bro. He's doing real good, man. Even his offense, like
If
I don't think he skipped a beat, huh?
I'm voting, shockingly, I'm voting Malik Neighbors, the wide receiver from New York Giants. He has been the most consistent rookie out of the three, out of all the rookies, really, because he's had 100 yards in all but two of his games, in his 5 games into the season. So he's already there to me. He's definitely rookie of the year. Jalen Daniels and Caleb Williams is a great debate, but I think Caleb Williams is asked to do a lot more. He goes up to the line and has to identify blitzes, line protection, everything,
Yeah,
route adjustments. Jaden Daniels is not asked to do that. That's done by Cliff Kingsbury. It's OC, and then
yeah,
communicated
but
through
that's
the
part of it.
communicated through the center. He ain't getting that same, like, he got to identify his a little more structure to him. He's putting up great numbers, but what happens when the OC can't save you? What happens then?
But he
What
have the
happens when?
OC, bro. You can't take it away from him. He have the OC who's playing on his
Yeah,
team. Like so
yeah,
you can't take
I
it away.
agree.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. But there's gonna be a moment we all know where the quarterback got to make a decision. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't
But
have 3 Super Bowls if it was just all
that's facts. That's
Andy
facts.
Reid. It was
Yeah.
all Andy Reid. Joe Burrow wouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl if it was just all Zach Taylor. It's got to be that quarterback making a decision. And I think in the long run, it's going to be clear when it goes between those two. I
I
think in
agree
the
too.
long.
In the long run, yeah, I'm going Caleb, but you can't take away what he have around him, bro. Cause you didn't say who's a better player. You said the rookie of the year for right now. And
Yeah.
the way he's playing his team, everything, like you have to lean towards him over Caleb any day. Because Caleb got to go through so much, bro. Like it matters. Like your current environment matters. 'Cause I think if even Patrick Mahomes, bro, like if you take him out, put him somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, it'd be a little bit different. But the fact that JD has that what he have, bro, and he using it to his best interest is working out for him. Simple, bro. So you can't take away from
week
him, bro. He had that team.
week 8, I can't wait because they going against each other. So week 8, I can't wait. And I'm
Now
gonna
I like
bring,
the Bears. I like the
I'm gonna play this conversation back for you because I
and
ain't,
it's still
I
gonna
ain't,
stand, bro.
I ain't concerned with W's and L's. I'm concerned with quarterback stats
Who play
that
better?
day.
Okay,
Look,
okay,
That
this is
day.
this is going to be one of
okay.
the shorts.
Yeah, yeah, okay,
that day. That day.
bro. I'm not
I'll,
against
I'll,
Caleb, bro.
I don't want to hear no rebuttal. I don't want to hear no rebuttal. No
They ain't gonna hear it.
reneging. No reneging. I can't wait till week 8. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Matter
So
of fact,
What we gonna say?
I'm gonna put this short out and I'm gonna text you the video and the story
Okay.
play out.
All right.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
so NBA preseason is underway, and I didn't know that it started, but I saw this meme the other day where they said that LeBron and Bronny combined for so many points, so many rebounds, so many assists, so many blocks. It was like, yeah, LeBron had this, and this, and Bronny had one rebound. I thought, like, man, they giving this dude a hard
Man,
time.
for one,
Man,
for one, Elroy, Bronny had 2 blocks. All right, in the first game. So so that stat is
no,
false,
I
Elroy.
think
Hey,
they really, I think they really giving him a hard time just because of his dad.
Yeah.
Maybe they think he
he
he he got the LeBron James privilege to get into the NBA at all.
he
But
gonna deal with that. He gonna deal with that no matter where he go. I think, and I don't know if y'all saw the Netflix. I believe it's Netflix special where they talk about the people who saved Bronny James' life, giving him CPR on the court when he passed out. That's that's the story, really, because he really shouldn't even be able to play basketball, but it's a grace of God he in the NBA and he able to
right,
play basketball. So that's the main story to me.
yeah, I
Even
think
though,
Shaq's son gave up on basketball because he had an episode
mhm,
too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Brandon, I didn't. I knew he had the had was a heart attack. What was it? He had
yeah, he went into cardiac arrest on the.
cardiac arrest. But I didn't know that he needed like support breathing and
Yeah, yeah, they
CPR. I
have
didn't know that.
CPR. Yeah,
That's serious.
Yeah,
if you get a
That's
chance to,
serious.
I believe it's on Netflix where LeBron talks about it, and then when he went to USC, graduating from college, or going to college, first in the family. All this, it's a good little special to watch on there. And I ain't a LeBron fan, but as far as him being the type of man he is, the father he is, the husband he is, that's to be admired all across the board. You know,
So you're a
shout out
fan.
to
Just say you're a
nah,
fan. That sounds like
nah,
something a fan.
nah.
Oh,
I said
okay,
the
repeat that.
father,
Repeat that.
listen, the
What
father,
else?
the
What else?
man, the
What else?
husband
What
that
else?
he is, that's to be
Mm-hmm.
admired. I ain't say I was a
just
fan.
and just the social things that he do. The institutions that he provide money to, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why your diehard Michael Jordan fans really want to find something to beat him up on, is because he had a better uh, private life, a very a very public private life that was not embellished in controversy like Michael Jordan was. Like
Well,
I
my
remember
Now,
first smoking a cigar, I had a cigar cutter, and I was scared to use it because they said that Michael Jordan had cut his finger, you know, with the cigar cutter, and I'm like, how the fuck did he do this? And I'm like, it must have been them Italians, the mob, coming to collect that cut his shit just to remind him who he was. And I just like, for the life of me, how did he cut his finger? How did he? It makes no sense.
I always thought everybody know. At least I heard a lot of stories with Chameleonaire, other famous people meeting Michael Jordan. He's an
And him
asshole.
being a dick, yeah.
He's an asshole. But and the story in the '90s was what really happened with his father's death. I won't go into that, but gambling issues and all that, loaning people or owing people loan sharks money. But I don't think none of that stuff true. Now the fact that he's an asshole, yeah, he's an asshole.
And does he have a
I've
gambling
admitted
problem? Yeah, but I can't see Michael Jordan
doing that.
reneging on a
Yeah,
debt or being
yeah, I
late
don't
on a
see that.
debt.
Especially causing a family member's death. Nah, I don't think that. I don't think that. But no, that's the story people will go with. But
is
I don't
that
Well,
think that.
even
is
the
that story?
guys that were found guilty of it, I believe that they're free now, or at least one of them is free. They said that they still stand by their innocence.
Is that wait? Is that the story about Michael Jordan's father? I
Yeah,
thought
Yeah.
I thought the father had the debt, not Mike.
No, no, no. Mike
I
had
heard
the
the story
debt.
of Mike
That's
having a debt. Yeah,
yeah. Mike had the debt.
Mm.
But I don't believe it either way because I don't think you would. I mean, hey, there are people that gamble and put their family and their lives at jeopardy. But Mike, I don't think he would do that. I don't think he would do that. Now he is an asshole. I'm sure from the stories I hear. It's because you hear. I believe if 100 people say the same thing, there's some truth to it. There's some truth to it.
there's
There's
some
some
truth
truth
to it.
to
Yep.
it. There's some truth to it.
I mean, and
So,
just like
so
the story
Brandon.
with Chameleon there, I mean, and there was witnesses to that attest to
Oh
what
yeah,
Chameleon there went through.
yeah. So Brandon,
Fuck with you,
if you
rap
were
niggas.
if you were a fan, if you were a fan of him as a man, as a husband, as a entrepreneur, all those, like I don't understand the disconnect. Like how do you not be an overall fan of him?
Because I stick it strictly to basketball. I separated the two.
Please explain it to me.
Basketball, basketball. I will never be a fan. I'm sorry. All I
Oh,
remember is
Bulls.
the
Oh, okay. Bull. Okay, now it makes sense. Bulls.
all I
Okay.
remember is the acting like somebody shot him. That's all I remember. All I remember.
Who,
You don't
LeBron
remember
flopping?
when, yeah, flopping when Noah and I believe Williams pushed him, and then Noah had another incident where he pushed him too, and he just do all the
There,
dramatics and
there's
all that.
there's
That's I can
millions of
never.
instances of him blatantly flopping, and the thing that I'm disappointed is a person of his caliber, of his skill, shouldn't have to flop. Uh,
That's
Michael Jordan used to get beat up going to the hole, and they called loose ball or loose ball or whatever. And then after a while, he started getting those calls. If LeBron had to keep pushing through, he would have started getting those calls. But no, he chose to flop. He he deserved a Razzie. A Razzie is when you're a worse actor, and his flopping was just like, come on, dude, you don't have to do
Yeah.
that.
that's what I mean though.
The
There
fact.
was literally a
Mm,
scene
mm, mm.
or a game against when LeBron or not LeBron when Michael Jordan went against the Detroit Pistons and they cut his eye open when he went down the lane, busted his whole eye open, blood all on his face, and
Bleed all
he
over his
ain't
face.
blood all over his face, and he was bleeding all over his face, he never once was like, oh, acting or nothing, man. He went and got a towel, wiped it off his
Or
face.
chasing after the referee.
So
Like,
Yeah.
did
wait,
you see that?
hold on. Time out, y'all. Time out. Y'all talking about the '90s, bro. So based on what you're saying, Brandon, that means you can never be a fan of anybody from 2003 up, because none of
Nah,
them are like
nah.
'90s. You
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 missed
can't be a
it.
fan.
Nah. I listen to aspect I'm breaking it down to. The aspect of flopping when you're getting hit.
You don't
That's
think
why I
people
could
flop in the NBA, bro?
There
You
are
don't
other
think
people that
everybody flop in
flop.
the NBA?
No, I don't think
The
everybody.
reason
I
why
don't think everybody.
everybody flop. The
Nah,
reason
bro.
why
Nah.
the reason why
Do
LeBron looks
do
so
do Joker
uncoordinated.
flop?
Yeah, he's flop. Boy,
Man, please.
that boy,
Man,
he flaring. He 300 pounds. Be flaring, bro. Come on, hey, all flop, bro.
who,
Like,
who
As bad
what
as
game he
LeBron, though,
flop?
can we admit that
bro,
LeBron's
I
flopping is
you can
terrible?
for sure. But that's my point though. My point is he don't flop that much. That's why it's terrible. If he actually honed in on how to flop like James Harden do, like everybody they practice flopping, bro. They can. It looks better.
James Harden do it
LeBron,
every game.
LeBron,
LeBron do it every game.
LeBron,
AD
LeBron.
street clothes do it every
Yeah,
game.
bro. LeBron is so strong that he don't be getting the call, so he tried to flop, but he can't flop. Yes, that is true. But that don't take away, bro, of his greatness, bro. Because everybody from 2003 up, floppers. Every single one. Hey, they all do it, bro.
So
It's
Kobe was a
no.
flopper.
So
I
when I look
said,
at
huh?
Kobe
they
was a
compare,
flopper.
Kobe was he was more like he's more like a hybrid. Like he didn't really flop like that. But I'm saying
Wade
any
was a flopper.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
no way wasn't a flopper.
Melo was a flopper.
Mellow flop, mellow flop.
T
That's my
Mac
favorite
was a
player.
flopper.
Them old players, bro. Them old.
You say
I'm talking
everybody from
about
two
draft.
thousand.
I said 2003 drafted
Okay,
2003
okay, all right. Dwight Howard was a
2003,
flopper.
bro. Yeah,
Dwight
yeah,
Howard
flop,
was a
bro.
flopper.
Yeah, flop.
But I should say that some of the accolades that they give Jordan and that they take away from LeBron is like, oh, well, Michael Jordan won the scoring title, 6 times in a row. Well, Michael Jordan didn't have a scoring team. Um, so that's why he had to score. LeBron had teammates that he could share the scoring with. So yeah, he didn't get as many scoring titles as as Jordan. Rings, it's a team effort. It's not an individual effort. Michael Jordan didn't win 6 rings. The Chicago Bulls won 6 rings. You got to look at team effort stats, and individual stats. And when I really think about it, I kind of give LeBron the edge.
Brandon hate
The
that.
only thing, no, no, I don't. Everybody's
Brandon
entitled
hate
to
that.
their opinion,
See?
but to me, Jordan will always be the best because I look at it as individual player and the impact on the game. Like in terms of guards, the ultimate dominant player will always be Shaq because it's pure dominance. But LeBron,
Just don't put him on the free throw line, huh?
man, still you got to foul that man. So you taking a lot of punishment to foul that man. LeBron and his dominance on the game can't compare to what Jordan's dominance was on the game. That was literally they were literally triple teaming him, covering him, and he getting through him. The whole layup where he went under 4 people and laid the ball up. That's Jordan. Now I'm not saying LeBron can't run through 4 people. I doubt he can run through 4 people in today's game, but he ain't doing that with the finesse, the flair that Jordan did it with, or the smoothness that he did it with. That's just that pure impact on the game. His impact on the game at his highest will always be better than what LeBron's is.
I
I'm
just,
sorry.
I just started just realizing, that we should stop trying to compare the two because they played in 2 different eras. Just like you say, who's the best rapper of all time? Well, we got to go from the 70s to the 80s. It was such and such. From the 80s to the 90s, it was such and such. And I'm starting to have a
Who
conversation with people now, and they realize Jay Z isn't as great as people put him out to be.
No.
who
So, but no, you
who
just go ahead.
I want to ask the question though, and we'll tie it back to basketball. But from the 70s to the 80s, who would you say was the hip hop's dominant?
It wasn't the pioneers like Curtis Blow and Melly Mel. I mean,
Don't
there
say
was
LL
so
Cool
so.
J.
Well, let me give you a stack about LL Cool J. He's the only rapper to have a top 10 album in 5 different decades. I mean, this new album is fucking ridiculous. His wordplay, phenomenal. Come on now. Bigger and Deffer is a classic. Mama Said Knock You Out is a classic. LL has done it. So at some point, I would say in the mid '80s, he had a reign. Not for that whole decade, because you also had Rakim in '85. You had KRS-One. You know, it just comes and goes. And '70s and '80s, I really can't say. Um, '80s as a
Well,
duo, Run DMC. Uh,
that's what that's what I mean though. 70s and 80s. You said LL had a top 10 album across 5 different decades, right?
'80s, '90s, 2010s, '20s. Yeah.
When it comes to basketball, why can't you compare the impact? I'm not talking about skill, the gameplay style, but just impact on a game from player to player throughout every decade because that don't change.
I just
That
say,
doesn't change.
in terms of LL has shown consistency. And of course, we had the bling era where everybody focused on, whoever Cash Money or whatever. Or some people say Lil Wayne is the best rapper of a given decade. But LL Cool J has been consistent.
Well, LL Cool J rap style, from what I've seen, has not changed. What he raps about changed, but his whole style hasn't changed.
Oh no, his flow here has
Yeah,
has matured.
I don't think so. From whether you talking about head sprung and all that, the the millennial LL, his rap style has not changed from the 80s and 90s. What he talks about has changed. The beats have changed.
So
But
his style has to change. How come the style just can't be a great ass style throughout so many years?
that's that's what I'm comparing it to. The
Okay.
impact Jordan has had on the game that has not changed throughout decades.
Oh, Jordan had a huge impact on the game. Yeah, no doubt.
Exactly.
And
That's what I mean.
when you be considered and not so much a pioneer, but he did pioneer. He pioneered through the bad boy years. He always was getting knocked down until he took it and he flipped it on him. He's always. It wasn't until he left the Bulls and he tried to play for the Wizards that he tarnished his legacy. If you ask me, he just felt like he was so superior that he could keep playing, and he showed his age.
I just
When he
think
left the
when
Bulls, he should have left the game alone.
I just think just like Larry Bird with his back giving out on him, or he could have played 5, 6 more years. His impact still he had an impact on the game, and that's
Yeah,
what I compare. I don't compare stats. I compare the impact because LeBron's impact because he's had 4 rings and went to the finals 8, 10 times. Sorry, 9. Is it 11 times or 10 times?
I think it's 10 times.
Okay, 10 times, and he's won 4 rings. Doesn't necessarily mean he's a better player than Larry Bird, who's went to the finals 8 times and won 3, or he's better than Michael Jordan, who's went to the finals 6 times and won all 6. Their impacts are greater on the game.
yeah,
I agree
their
with you.
their
I agree with you
individual
with
play.
Michael. Yeah, I agree with you about Michael and compared to LeBron impact. But
Hmm?
after that, bro, just is I don't agree with the Bird. I think LeBron impact is higher than Bird. Bird always for his career had a better team than LeBron had for his career. Like so, I don't the impact. Then Jordan, honestly, I give you that. Yeah, yeah. I
My
also a
man
Jordan fan.
Larry
went
Bird did
through
not play with
LeBron
all
went through
stars.
half a season, pretty much got rid of the whole
Whole
roster,
team,
came back with a new crew and won the championship.
new
That's
coach,
that's
all
a
that.
stat right there.
That's bro. Like so, and Bird
But
always had a good team, bro. Always had a good
He
team.
always had a good supporting team. Yes.
Always.
name one player that was averaging over 25 points on Larry Bird's team.
You can't. But that don't make a team though, bro. That don't make the team
LeBron had 3. LeBron had 3 on the same team, averaging over
so
25.
so if you want to bring that in there, you must then bring in LeBron when he lead his team in assists, rebounds, points, steals, blocks. You
Of
can't have both
course,
ways,
of
bro.
course, of
So
course. But Bird did that 3 times.
LeBron always do it, bro. He always lead in at least 4 categories. Always. Honestly, bro. Okay, so Brandon, I agree with you with the Jordan thing.
I'm
So
just
I hundred
saying.
percent. But I want to
I'm
I
just
want to
saying.
propose another statement. I just want to throw this out there.
Okay.
Even though I agree. Jordan is a better player. Had more of a in my opinion, better individual player than LeBron. With that being said, still, I still believe there is not one single game where LeBron played when he played against I think KD for the first time. I think it was at 2018 game one. I never seen one player have a better game individually than that game. I think that is the ultimate number one. Go back and watch it. When he
Wait,
You
had
Brandon
50
think
about to
points.
cry.
you think that game was better than I'm gonna use your
Go
guy.
ahead. Go ahead.
You
Go ahead,
think
my guy.
that game was better than LeBron scoring 29 points, straight points against the Pistons?
Yes.
You
I
think
think
that
I
game
think I
You
think
talking
that
about all in the
game,
second half?
yeah, that's probably
all
the
in
same
the
game.
fourth quarter, all in
I
the
Yes,
think
fourth
in the fourth
quarter?
quarter.
yeah,
Yes.
the thing I think
You
that
think
game, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why because also during the game I'm speaking of, it's still considered maybe the best assembled NBA team in the world ever. It's considered that from numerous experts. The best team in the world who had a KD on the squad, who had all these future Hall of Famers on the squad. So he also had the resistance that LeBron had to do that. Also had to maintain and guard another elite scorer. It's not comparable, bro. Like the
so?
what he had to do. Yeah. So what?
So when Jordan went against
Who?
the Orlando squad, prime Shaq, prime Penny Hardaway, prime, I believe, who was the point guard on that team? I forget.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I forget his
I
name,
know.
but
I know.
he was they had a
Talking
prime
about
team too.
Yeah.
Nick Anderson.
Yeah. He was there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think Nick was there. Nick was
yeah,
there. Yeah.
yeah.
Nick was there.
Is that the game where Nick Anderson said 45 isn't as great as 23? Then next
Yeah.
game he came out wearing his number 23. That was some classic shit right there. He put his
But
foot in his mouth. That was a nice little comeback though.
but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Jordan had his periods where he went against top tier talent too.
Yeah, I'm not taking away from Jordan, bro.
Top tier.
It's my opinion. I don't
Okay.
think nobody played one single game better than that game uh, that LeBron played, bro. Do me a favor, just go watch it again. Just watch it again, then we talk about it later.
Okay.
Watch it again.
So KD in game 6, I want to say, against that same Cleveland Cavaliers game. That wasn't a better game.
No, he has Curry on his team. He has another Hall of Famer.
That
He
wasn't.
has
But
no
he
nothing.
closed
KD,
from the middle third quarter on. He
not
scored all the
it.
points,
But
and
bro,
that wasn't a
listen,
bad game.
we all know. Even when KD was on the Warriors, it still has always been Curry's team. Team still has to double Curry no matter what. Gotta find him. So KD was eating free lunch, and he already can't be guarded, so he was out there freelancing, bro. So of course he get that
So why doesn't LeBron get that same treatment when
because
he got
because
Kyrie on his team? He got
because even though Kyrie's on the team, they look at LeBron as the Curry. They look at LeBron as the KD in every situation. You see what I'm saying? So and also you gotta turn around and guard the KD. That's why, bro. It's a difference. Like nobody's double teaming Kyrie. Kyrie was also being a freelance because of LeBron. Bro, they would switch it. You go back and watch the game. You would see Klay Thompson doing one on
I,
ones with Kyrie Irving,
okay.
and they try to
I'm a
switch off to put Curry on him, but it was one on ones with Kyrie. The
I'm gonna
main
go
focus
back.
always been LeBron. Please,
I'm gonna go
you gotta
back and
change your
watch it,
mind,
and
bro.
we're gonna revisit this conversation.
So yeah, let's revisit this conversation. But you had a topic that you had suggested for the week that I
Yeah.
find real interesting. And I really want to hit on this before I don't want this to linger on anymore going to next week.
Oh,
Do you believe you are chosen by God, or or you
let me.
steer the own
I'll,
wheel? Yeah, because
I'll word it. Let me word it for you, because
yeah,
I
go.
wanted to reword it. Do you believe in life there are people chosen by God to do certain things, or do you steer the wheel with your own choices
Free
and
will,
your own
basically.
action? Yes.
I'm a firm believer that there's this big ass book that's constantly being written in that has determined everybody's fate. And at the same time, I still believe it's free choice. But and again, this is just what I believe in, that he already saw what's going to happen. It's not like he manipulated it. He just already seen it. And I do believe people are here for a reason. And this might be a wacky example. There's sometimes I shouldn't have gotten behind the wheel and drove home, but yet he found it fit for me to make it home every time. He's got something big, something planned for me. I'm probably doing it now. It's probably this podcast. So with the help of God and you, and I didn't forget, this is overseen by my man Roy Tiger Brown. I think it's free will. It's just he saw it. He saw it. He saw it. He saw it played out before it happened.
What you think, Jerry?
I some in some way like, agree with Elroy. I think it's a little bit. I think everything is already written for the most part. Like the major things, like how you're gonna die, how you was born, and what's gonna happen, right? But I also think that we have the free will and to actually like have the choices in our decisions. So I think so. I put this way. You know how you have a kid and you're like, oh man, I know my daughter finna go do that, right? So you can picture what she's gonna do. So it's kind of I think it's kind of like that. So everything is written, but I also think that things can be rewriting like in different way based on the action that we choose, right? And also through prayers, you know what I'm saying. But I think it's a little bit of both. I believe in both. I believe in it's destined. I would also believe in choice. So it's kind of like weird to think of it like that, but that's how I feel.
See, I agree with a little bit of both of y'all because I think God is everything's preordained, if you would put it that way. But I do believe it's by choice. Certain choices you make, it steers the path.
Right. Agreed.
There's a scene. There's a scene uh, in God Almighty. I hate to quote Jim Carrey in this, or one of my favorite actors, Morgan Freeman, because he played God in the movie, and he tells
Or did he
Jim
really
Carrey's
play God? I've seen a lot of clips where they make you want to think about. He, everybody wants to believe that he's dealing with God, but it could have been the devil. Just because he presented himself in all white, it was something about going to the 13th floor or something like that. And I
but
wish I had the facts on that, but go ahead.
the scene that I'm talking about is he asks Jim Carrey's wife, when you pray for patience, you think God gives you patience or he give you the opportunity to be patient. And that's the thing. Do you in a situation you have a choice. You have a choice. He gives you the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree.
What are your choice? And it steers your path. That's what I mean. If you're going to be patient in that moment, it's still your choice. Or you can choose not to be patient. But it still steers your path in a preordained way. That's how I think of life in general. Nothing's even when you go through bad stuff, nothing's gonna last forever because you still have a choice how you look at that situation, how you gear from that situation, and how you move on from that situation. Like that is that's life in general. We have a lot
It's
of
the
choices. Whether you're the girl down the street you're gonna meet up with and kick it, hang out with, or the neighbor across the street looking at you, talking to you. And, oh, I don't want to go talk to her. Nah. And then a party over there, you want to go to that party, and that party end up getting shot up because you didn't go to that party. That's so it's choices, and I had to put it in that way because when
no, it's
people do
Self
choices.
die,
I
experiences,
just
huh?
think I think
He,
it's just
it was
one
name
big
of
long
experiences,
preview.
personal experiences.
I think it's just one big preview that God gets to watch,
yeah.
and he knows the outcome. It's just like there's this pen that just fills in things that is he already knows it's going to happen, but he just watches it unfold on your free will. But yeah, I thought that was a real good conversation piece to have. I've thought about that a lot. This is not what I just said is not rehearsed. It was not organic. I've been saying this for years that it's just a reality show for God that he's the director. He knows how it's going to play out. He's not forcing you. He just knows how it's going to play out. He can foresee the outcome of things.
That's like people when they pray for money or they pray to be rich. God gives you the opportunities to build something to make you rich. He doesn't just give you the money. Like
Or
that's
he
just,
gives you a great path to it, but you don't see it, you
yeah.
ignore it, and you're still
Hmm.
looking for that obvious $1 million to fall off the sky, whereas that coin, that penny you could have picked up is worth $1 million, something like that. They look for the obvious, like somebody just gonna come to their house with a big suitcase full of money. Like, here's what you've been praying for. When you walk past it, you looked at that rusty penny, like, I ain't even gonna waste my time bending over picking it up.
And I always think this is like when I see those commercials, those infomercials people do. Like there's one where like they tell people to get the holy water and spread it across your face, and your bills and everything is gonna be gone. And I'm like, it's that'd be an insult to
People,
God to me.
people are so desperate and so much looking for an answer out of their situation that they actually take stock in and believe that. Let me get this holy water. What's it going to hurt to try? It's better than the situation I'm in right now, when probably your money situation is, don't be too proud to go pick up a broom. Fuck what you used to be a programmer. Maybe picking up that broom is the path to great success, to you being a CEO or something. Some people try to find an easy way out to things. And I don't think there's an easy path to success. I think it comes with hard work.
But that's what I mean, though. People would see that 29.95. That's usually what they charge for for holy water, and be like, "Yeah, I can pay that and get millions. Let me
Right.
sprinkle this holy water on me." And I'm like, they just used you in a
When
way to take advantage of you in
you
the
could
name
have
of
took
God.
that $30 and played the lottery and had a better chance of winning.
Exactly, exactly. But that's
So
the way I
yeah,
think.
people try to look for the easy way out of things. I've just accepted in my life, at a certain point, that when I'm going through a tough time, that long as I maintain, trying to keep my head above water, I'm going to eventually be on dry land again. It's not going to, I'm not going to go to sleep and wake up. It's going to happen. If that was the case, we'd all be doctors, we'd all be lawyers, we'd all be, millionaires. But it's the work you put in is what you get out of life.
I think you was gonna say you was gonna be the young Hugh Hefner.
I should try, you know, grab grab $160, give me four women, that's $40 each, and just build from there. Three of them might fail me, but one of them might get it together, and that'll be my stallion right there. I gotta
Yep.
take.
Okay.
Yep.
In this climate, yeah, okay. All right. Okay.
Hey,
Make
hey,
them sign a no trafficking clause that I did. I was guiding them. I was
hey,
their leader to
hey,
salvation.
hey, Jeremy. I think we better say, we in no way,
Y'all gonna disclaimer me? We know we're
Disclaimer for
associated
real.
with Elroy's financial endeavors, except for Royale and Iced Tea, Paradise in the Bottle.
which I can speak personally. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
Thank you, sir. Did you tell them about the label I had on there?
Oh, maybe we already talk about disclaimers. Let's we'll
Okay,
talk.
we won't talk about that, but if you subscribe to What the Fellas Think After Hours, you'll hear about it. 6.99. We're doing a special. We're doing a special this month. What the Fellas Think Uncensored. You get to hear all the. We'll talk about it later. Hey, gentlemen, I'm talked out, right? Because I'm tired. It's been a long day. We uh we took a show, which I'm really gonna say was off the back of Brandon. He provided the subjects. It was that was three subjects that each one is supplied. It's supposed to be nine total, but we took chicken shit and made it a chicken salad again. That's why I really wasn't want to get relaxed in that. When I looked at it, I was like, okay, Jeremy didn't put nothing, I didn't put nothing up there. I think we can work with these, and we did. We again another great show.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's always gonna be great because we come together and it flow easily because
I think we
we
vibe off each other real well.
yeah, yeah, it flow like like poetry, like poetry, it flow.
like poetry.
Yeah.
My bitch better have my money. My bitch better have my money, whether rain, hail, sleet, or snow. She better have my dough. My bitch
Look,
better have my money. Cause if she
look
Disclaimer.
don't,
here.
I'm gonna put my foot. Come on, that's how I'm gonna get you,
Disclaimer.
sucker. Everybody know that's how I'm
And
gonna get you,
Yeah.
sucker.
in no way, shape, or form we we disassociate with all Roy lyrics.
It's rants.
We disassociate.
Get me
We
started. You know my triggers. Don't get me started. Ooh. But no, we another great show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had some juicy topics. We did educate some people on some things. I'm sure y'all some things that we didn't know, and we educated ourselves as well. And we did make y'all
Well,
laugh. I'm
we
sure
learned
of that.
about the reading the labels on fruit. If it has a 9 and it's 5 digits, it's good.
It's good to go.
Now I feel like, well, take my ass to bed. But yeah, I do got to go grocery shopping, so I do love oranges. So, did you get the manual one or those little cuties? They call them
You know
cuties.
what? I can't find my labels, G. What happened? I have no labels. What happened?
They had triple sixes on them.
I don't have no labels,
Oh
man.
jeez.
I'm
You know
hurting.
there's a chart too you can download if you look up online. There's
Okay.
a
Yeah,
chart you can download.
just like the color tags on bread, that they're like different colors and they all mean something different. We should do a episode on that on food, and definitely do research where we go grocery shopping and go to pick up certain items and come back and figure out what they mean later.
What the man?
Hey, it'll be like a little research project. We
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
So we do
I
You
got
like
know,
that.
men's health
it
coming
should
up.
be. Yeah, it should be for men's health, so we can do it prior to doctor coming on,
Okay.
something like that.
Oh yeah, I like. So we'll do it the last week of October. The last week of October.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Hey, so while we're talking about dates, is there going to be a podcast? Excuse me. Thanksgiving weekend. Are we going to record that weekend or that week? Want to take a little
I
break or
mean,
what?
yeah. Let me stop recording. Let me stop recording. I should have done that already. Sorry.
No, we